today. From Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals taking on Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans.
It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news. At Paul Brown Stadium, that's where we're at here in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. First carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And they'll work from the 29 on second and 6. Now Joe Mixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. On the slant, complete to Green. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. On 3rd down, Burrow. Flush to his, and he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow, escaping the pressure right. He's got his man here. It's Green. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown.
Play action. It's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Tackle made by Kenny Vaccaro.
2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
C.J. Uzomah.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He's got his man, Boyd. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
1st and 10.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Tyler Boyd. A 6-yard pickup.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing again, it's Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
Now Burrow on 1st down. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Out of bounds just short of midfield.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. from the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming, we'll see what happens. They begin with a run by Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Burrow with a throw caught by Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 2 catches in the 1st half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career. And why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how...
He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. C.J. Uzomah, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. There's a short one caught by Uzomah. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Offense.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
He was brought down.
An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Burrow, great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert On 3rd and 9. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Burrow now, a big spot for the Heisman Trophy winner. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Mixon, the ball carrier.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up
Once again, they run with Mixon, and he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Joe Mixon.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
7-yard line.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And this will get him all the way inside the Tennessee 20. A big play there for Cincinnati. 47 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And it's 2nd down. This is Mixon on the draw. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll give it to Mixon. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of 1.
Definitely not how you want to start things on 1st down, and you don't want to panic. A field goal could get you closer, but you have to think to yourself, we even get another shot. At this point,
and he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Harold Landry. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a 1st down. It's 4th.
13 yards. Brings up 4th down.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know, this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Titans, it's a win that was long overdue as they move to 1-6 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10.